It was at this moment that he knew. He fucked up.
I always have coffee when I watch Radar. You know that.
Of course I do, sir.
Everybody knows that.
Of course we do, sir!
Hot! Too hot!
I'm bored.
Greetings, one and all, and welcome to Zero Hour with Zeropium and Stone Cold Loki. It's good to see everybody. What is up? Good morning. Let's kick some ass this morning. Holy crap. We do have a little bit of news before we get to that. Good morning, everybody. How's everybody doing? What's up, Zero? How are you doing this week?
Whew, baby. As of yesterday, it is cold.
Oof.
And the snow has officially fallen outside. Oh yeah. It's a good old frosty Canadian winter morning. So good morning to all of our lovely Monday morning diehards and crazy bastards like my brother and I here. It's great to see you all again. It's fantastic. I hope you're staying warm wherever you are. If it's warm where you are, stay frosty. Do what you gotta do,
frosty.
baby.
Holy shit. Yes. Stay frosty. Good morning, my friend. What's up, Adega? Good to see you, my brother. Good to see you. We have a little bit of news before we get to what we're going to talk about today, because I just kind of had to. Your worst nightmare is happening, my friend.
My worst nightmare?
Your worst nightmare.
I'm going to have to think for a moment on what my worst nightmare actually is. It's
Season 2 of Alien Earth has been greenlit at Fox Studios. And coming soon, coming next year.
Oh, okay. What season 2? Geez, I didn't even know there was a season 1. I'd like to say I'd have to check it out, but no, I kind of don't think I want to. What is this show? Has anybody seen it?
You're gonna have to review it now.
No, what did I tell you? If and when there is a season 2, Zero is not going down that road, because I have never had to force feed myself a steaming plate of hot garbage in my life.
Don't worry, ladies and gentlemen, we're not going back. If Snowdub wants to review it, let him review it. We're not gonna do that. We are not gonna do that. Still better than Rings of Power. That's true. But no, we're not going back. We're not, for everybody that just went, oh no, please God, no, not again. No, we're not going back. So,
oh my God, but don't you guys want to find out what happens to superhero Wendy and all those go-go bots? No, I really don't. I don't care.
Good morning, Ginger. Good to see you. We got Penny. Penny's got the grandkid because they shut down whatever program her grandson was in.
Damn.
Good morning, Classic. Good morning, Project Cambrian. The mods are here. Mr. David Glenn. Jill Powers, the River Daughter. I'm pretty sure I saw Project in here just a minute ago. What's up, Project? Adega's got a wrench, but he's like, don't highlight me. Don't let people know. I don't want to work. I'm like, I just want to enjoy. Oh my God.
It's all right.
It's good to see you all. Thank you guys for being here. All of you, Pat S, everybody that's here hanging out with us. We're going to get into this because holy crap. This is going to be interesting. Okay. Let me pull this up. I know you don't know too much about this. It's not like we had a whole bunch of time to go over this. Okay, this is the couple in question. He's got like fake eyelashes and he's got makeup on, and
yeah.
I'm like,
I just want to say, if you're like me, you're probably wondering which of the two is wearing more makeup than the other. Because holy balls, that is some touched up airbrush Photoshop shit that I'm looking at there. Holy crap.
I just want to be in the back room on StreamYard's booting Zero at random times. You mean like that?
You son of a bitch. Oh. This is why you don't give Zero the keys. No, that's
Zero's
fine.
got the keys.
I'll deal with this. Yep,
I'll do it myself.
Oh,
his makeup is more on point than hers. Arwen, her makeup's more on point than hers. Now, Loki, you might be asking, Loki, why do you have these people up here? Because this, ladies and gentlemen, is a $15 million fraud case brought by the federal government. $15 million fraud case. What these people do is they throw lavish parties. They put it out on their social medias, their cars, their parties, their rich lifestyle, right? This is what these guys did. They're influencers. that were bringing in all kinds of money, except, it wasn't really legal. They weren't bringing all that money in on their social accounts, but they were certainly acting like they were multimillionaires that could throw money around. They had multiple cars. We're going to get into all that.
I think the real fraud case of this whole thing is being able to walk around with a face like that. I mean, geez.
Lavish strip club spending. So they have the Mexican Iron Man black card, luxury cars. We'll get into all of that. Questionable medical billing are among the striking details in newly unsealed federal search warrants tied to a years-long Eden Prairie based sex trafficking investigation. Federal investigators allege that Gabriel Adam Alexander Luther, also known as Gabriel Langford, he changed his name. He changed his name because he did some shit back in like 2009 and told the judge, I'm a different man now. I would never do anything like that again.
I'm a different man, aka I'm a woman.
And Elizabeth Christine Brown operated a multi-state scheme involving sex trafficking and healthcare fraud. This is the big thing right here, is the healthcare fraud. Because you can argue that the girls, and we'll get to this in a minute because he had like 8 wives, that the girls were willingly being a part of this. He wasn't trafficking them. But you're not going to get past the healthcare fraud. That's the big thing here. And that's what they really, really want him for. They could care less if they get him on sex trafficking. They want him on that healthcare fraud. Investigators began in May 2019 when Eden Prairie police received multiple tips about Luther and others allegedly involved in sex trafficking and related crimes. How did that happen? His neighbors absolutely hated him. The first tip came from a manager at a local hair salon who reported that 2 new clients arrived together on the morning of May 7, 2019. The women were dressed in revealing clothing and heavy makeup. Attire the manager said resembled what someone might wear to a nightclub rather than a salon. One of the women, later identified as Brown, appeared to be in her 30s and spoke on behalf of the younger woman, estimated to be in her early 20s. The salon manager told police that Brown made all decisions regarding the younger woman's services and described the pair's dynamic as controlling, raising concerns about potential sex trafficking. They were so obvious about it that people just knew, like, oh, dude, she's completely controlling this chick.
Wow.
Oh, yeah. I don't think so. Mim's smarter than that. He just goes to a strip club. He throws dollar bills or $5 bills or whatever.
I was going to say just dollar bills. He's probably throwing a few 5s or 10s around there.
Or he's just making it rain. Either one. Okay.
Could be.
In January 2020, a sitting building inspector relayed a tip from a plumbing inspector about suspicious features inside a residence at 11631 Welters Way, which was undergoing renovations. According to the inspector, the basement included a large grotto-style hot tub, a multi-user gang shower, and a glass-walled solarium with a door that he believed could be used to view and pick women. The inspector said he has never encountered a setup like it in a private home. Not there, maybe in California. It's like normal. Hell, they've got like whole rooms for casting couches and all kinds of shit in Hollywood.
Well, that's the thing too, because I mean, like, what kind of independent contractor got paid out to build this thing? And while he was building it, or even looking at the simple blueprint saying, why are there 7 shower stalls in this one shower inside of a private home? That kind of doesn't make any sense to me. But hey, I guess if they're going to pay him to keep quiet and just build the shit, yeah, whatever. Do what
you know what that
do.
makes me think of? So when we were getting married, there was this place we stayed at, and I'm going to tell you, the shower was bigger than the room I'm in now. And it had like a waterfall and steam shit, I mean, it was huge. It was a huge shower. You know, when you go into a shower and you're like, damn, it's like the size of my office. You go, you know, that's crazy. But I wouldn't think someone would call the cops on you about how big your shower is. I didn't think anything of it at the time. Was I in like a damn brothel house or some shit with a shower? I don't think so, but I mean, I wouldn't report it. I wouldn't even think about it.
It's very suspicious.
Eden Prairie local news reported on the 2023 federal search of the Walters Way property at the time and published a subsequent follow-up story detailing the investigation. Affidavits filed in support of the search warrant included text messages between Luther and several women. In one July 2018 exchange, a woman asked Luther if she still needed permission to eat or drink anything other than water.
Oh, God, please.
Luther replied that she did and instructed her to step this up and start working out every day because she had a ways to go to lose more weight. Damn, you got a ways to go, bitch. Before
is Luther the guy in the pic that we saw at the top of the hour there?
Yes.
How? What a friggin' hypocrite! I mean, because his ugly face has got to be like 20 pounds of pure fat ass right there. I mean,
yeah, that's him.
Look at that! Look at that! Oh my God, you fat blimp!
And she's basically running the girls.
My God, I'm telling you right now, if I get someone with the head like a hot air balloon and blimpo lips coming up to me going, "Yo, Zero, you ought to lose a few more pounds," like, shut the fuck up, you fat bastard! Get the fuck out of here! Stick a needle in your cheeks. Watch your head fly across a room.
During the execution of the search warrant at the Walters Way property, officers found several women living in the home, including Brown. And we'll have pictures of that property here in a minute. Investigators noted that the women appeared to defer to Luther, who dictated when they could leave the house, which vehicle they would take, and whether one of them would wear a coat despite the frigid January weather. As the investigation progressed, special agents uncovered a pattern of extravagant personal spending between July and December of 2021 during the COVID. Luther's personal Bank of America account received roughly $1.37 million in deposits and recorded $1.3 million in debits.
Jeez. So
he spent almost every penny he made immediately. Among the expenses during that 6-month period, $453,000 at a strip club and nightclubs in Minneapolis and Miami Beach.
Wow.
Spent more than $96,000 at restaurants, including 7 Sushi, Manny's, and Ocean Air. You could live a family. This number right here, I want to tell you something. A lot of families want to hit this number. That for them, that's like comfortable living. You've got a house, you've got a car, you're taking care of your bills, you're putting food on the table, and they just spent that in just restaurants. That is fucking insane.
That's insane. Let me tell you in context for how it is up here. $96,000. Let's do a ballpark figure, round it up.
Well, that would be what, 150? About 150, 140 on your end.
Let's even say 90,000 to $100,000. What that equates to in my neck of the woods would be a single person working a bare minimum wage to slightly above minimum wage job. A third of that would probably be their entire yearly income. And that's before expenses, housing costs. If you can afford to buy a house up here, who the hell knows? But if you're not, that would cover your expenses, your utilities, your rent, your food, your clothing, your transportation. You would get a third before expenses on what they spent on restaurant bills alone.
Oh, yeah.
That's ridiculous.
Oh, absolutely. Absolutely. So many families want to just be there in that range. Give me something in that range and we'll take care of business. A lot of people, that's two people. So a lot of families, a lot of couples, that's two people working full time.
Mm-hmm.
And that's what they're bringing home.
Yep. Before expenses. Again.
Before expenses.
That's crazy. Look at the next one there, though. If that's not a kick in the balls, look at that one. Transferred over $94,000 via Tinder,
Cash App, and Zelle.
To various women. I mean, my God.
Paid $42,000 towards a 2021 Rolls Royce, including $8,500 monthly payments. Dude, the
Insane.
place we live in, which is it's a nice house. It's a pretty damn nice house. Cut that into a quarter.
Mm-hmm.
And they're paying that just for a vehicle.
Yeah.
Fuck me. Jedi Master Lost in Space and Sci-Fi Classics. Thank you, brother, so very much with the $2 super chat. You guys keep the lights on. You keep the lights on. You keep these streams going. I'm really having fun lately with what we're doing. I know we've kind of gone off in a different direction. We're not doing a lot of pulp culture stuff anymore, but I'm really enjoying this because I'm shit like this. And you guys keep our lights on. You keep the show running. Thank you, brother, so very much. Where's the glue? I don't have a where's the glue skull, but how about the F around and find out skull?
And I will strike down upon thee with great vengeance and furious anger those who attempt to poison and destroy my brother.
That's right. I failed at lurking 101. Yeah, you posted something.
It's okay. It's a free course. Just sign up again. Start all over.
Witnesses told investigators that Luther regularly traveled to Las Vegas, weekly or bi-weekly, bringing with him around 20 grand in cash to pay women for the horizontal mambo. Horizontal mambo. Vegas and the mambo. I tell you what, dude, this is what you need to know. And I'm not shitting here. You know, what happens in Vegas stays in Vegas. But here's a funny story for you. So the man will kill me if I name him, but you guys can figure this out on your own. It's not too hard. About 4 years ago, I went to Vegas with a friend, and we got to hang out with a whole bunch of people. Jeremy, Gary, Culture. It's where I met Culture for the first time in person, and the light shone down and off the hair. And so I went with a buddy. And we cruised around. We were in the hotel one night, and we were gambling. He went up to the bar, and the second he went up to the bar and sat down, this blonde walked over, talked to him, and he was like, "Hey, Loki, I'm going up with her." And I was like, "What?
The rumors
what happened?"
True.
Right? And then later, I'm sitting there, and he'd already come back down. We were hanging out. Later, I'm sitting there, and I'm playing The Hobbit. It was a Hobbit slot machine. And I look over, and he's just sitting there chilling, and I'm like, do. And I look back up, and he's like, "Hey, Loki, I'm go up with this girl." Totally different chick. Didn't pay a dime. I don't know what it is. They're just... It's like he's a magnet. Oh, you want some magnet? And
you're just playing your Hobbit slot machine.
I'm just playing my Hobbit slot machine. Well,
one coin to win it all.
That's right. And it was nuts. He didn't bring 20,000 in cash. These girls were extremely attractive.
Oh my God.
They would have impressed anybody. And one of them was even an ex-wife who had just gotten divorced and was like, "Yeah, my divorce is right." And I was like, "Damn,
I'm back on the market, baby."
That's right, back on the market, baby. Records from the city and the Minnesota Secretary of State show a complex sequence of real events or real estate transactions involving the Welter's Way property. On March 22nd, 2019, Flip Funding LLC purchased the home for roughly $994,000. That same day, Brown entered into a contract for deed with flip funding, putting down $315,000 in cash towards a purchase price of $1.49 million. She agreed to pay $6,429 per month for 61 months, with a $342,000 balloon payment due in March of 2024. 3 years later, on April 29th, 2022, Bankin Holdings LLC, managed by the same individual as Flip Funding, purchased the property for $1.7 million with a $595,000 down payment. That same day, Olympia LLC bought the property from Bankin Holdings on a contract deed for $1.83 million with a $633,000 down payment. Brown is listed as Olympia's registered agent, and the business address is the Welters Way residence. They are flipping property and charging more through their own companies, through their own holding companies.
Those down payments just kill me too. I mean, Jesus
so
Christ.
They're not making any money on any of this. They're just raising, and they're like moving the loan around.
Mm-hmm.
They're just flipping the loan through different holding companies that they own. Investigators link funds to alleged healthcare fraud. Here's the spicy shit. And much of Luther and Brown's personal wealth come from Golden Victory Medical, a company they control. Now remember, these are people that are living this lavish lifestyle. They're putting it out on TikTok. They're putting it out on the Rumbles and the Twits and the X's and all the other shit, YouTube, whatever. And they're just partying and acting like they're the bee's knees while they're fucking over insurance companies. Bank of America and U.S. bank records show that from August 2018 to October 2022, about $14.7 million was deposited into GBM's business accounts. Roughly $9.6 million was then transferred into Luther and Brown's personal accounts, according to federal affidavits. GBM's website, as of January 23, claimed to provide high-quality, empathetic, personalized health care at 5 locations across Florida, Nevada, Oklahoma, and Kansas. Brown was listed as the company's CEO and co-owner, with a photo and biographical details listed on the site. Billing records show that GBM filed for over $16 million in claims to Medicare, Medicaid, and private insurers in 2019. Company's first full year of operation, more than $4 million was paid out at the time. Brown and one other nurse. So Brown and a nurse were listed as the only rendering providers. Brown alone was credited with more than 28,000 patients, an average of 76 per day. Okay, have you ever been to the doctor's office, especially in fucking Canada? Because don't tell me that your health insurance is the bee's fucking knees, when I know that if you break your leg, you're waiting for 8 fucking hours in the emergency room before they're like, oh, we remember you, mate.
We're Australian up here now. Good night, mate. Way to shake a leg down there, get it all broken, wrestling up them croaker gators. Hey, you know what? I don't care.
Oh, I'm sorry. I should have been like,
hey, come on, buddy. I broke my leg. Where's all the long waits about? Don't you know it's broken? I'm in pain here, buddy. Come on, guy. Seriously. All right, you know what? Say what you will about the wait times, because, you know, sometimes it is hard to get a family doctor, let alone, you know, get on the wait list for one. But hey, at least we don't have to pay for shit. So I guess you get what you pay for. But
you're efficient, Adega. You were efficient. This lady is not efficient. Mm-hmm. Go ahead.
Yeah, and I just don't understand. Like, I think it's just ridiculous. I mean, because like this is a prime example of why I don't follow any trends out there. I don't follow any influencers and social entertainers and all that kind of shit. Because like, I'm sure there are some good ones out there. I'm sure there are. But when I see shit like this going down that are basically, exploiting your housing foundations out there and your medical, subsidiaries and everything you got going on over there. It's like, oh, we're just living the American dream. You know what? That's cool. If you can do it legitimately, that's great. But when I see pieces of shit like Sprinkle Pants there and fucking Balloon Face Man doing whatever it is they do that are taking advantage of hardworking men and women like you who have issues, who have medical issues, who don't have access to top quality medical care and attention, and all of this shit just takes away from it, not to mention the millions and millions of dollars that people are paying because they think they're going to get that first-rate attention when they're just basically getting fucked. It makes me sick. It absolutely makes me sick.
Okay, so billing records show that GBM filed over 16 million in claims to Medicare, Medicaid, and private insurers. From January 2018 to March 2021, GBM and 7 other providers submitted claims for over 776,000 patient visits. That's 250,000 a year. Brown was listed as the provider in more than 591,000 of them. In 2020 alone, she was credited with 164,791 encounters, an average of more than 450 per day.
How is that even possible?
It's not.
Like, that's ridiculous.
It's not possible.
There's no way you can even tell me that is remotely possible for one person. It is not possible. That's like a patient every 25 seconds. 2 or 3 patients every 25 seconds. No, that's just ridiculous.
This is what I'm saying. This wasn't subtle. It wasn't smart. It wasn't in no way, shape, or form was this intelligent. You might be able to squeeze 100. You might be able to do that and get away with it. You're not getting away with 450 per day. Adega is one of the most efficient people I know. And if he said, I probably did about 100 doctor visits per day, I believe him. But I guarantee you that was the most efficient freaking doctor's office you'd ever been in.
Mm-hmm. He's probably got some great reading material in there too. Am I right? I bet you you're right. Investigators also allege that some of these billings occurred during periods when Brown was vacationing. Oh, how convenient.
For example, she billed 204 patient visits between December 7th and December 10th, 2020, while simultaneously staying at a luxury resort in Vail, Colorado. $20 says that bitch wasn't wearing a face diaper while she was there. How many would agree with me? Raise your hand if you agree she wasn't wearing a face diaper in December of 2020 when all that nasty shit was going down.
Yeah, there's no way. And if I'm wrong, then may God strike me down if I'm wrong. But you know what? I could picture that blonde bimbo airhead going, no, I can't wear a mask. It screws with my extensions, and I don't want to cover up this face that I paid for. And oh my God, it's going to smudge my lip gloss. Oh my God.
A document recovered from her Google Drive account confirmed the trip and included details about a private chef. And I bet you $20 this bitch put that on social media. She put it out there because all their shit's gone. I spent days looking for information about these two. And all that shit's gone. Their channel's gone. All their socials are gone. Probably the government shut them down. And Luther and Brown have not yet responded to the charges. Actually, they have, because this is an older article. As of this writing, it's unclear whether they are in custody. They are, or have retained legal counsel. They did, and he fired him. Both are scheduled to make their initial appearances in U.S. District Court on April 30th. Okay, so
to look forward to. That is the one thing. I mean, that's a very key point too, is when you like, if you can't find, oh my God, I can't even look at that son of a bitch. Jesus Christ. I mean, I know I'm not nothing special, but holy shit, at least I don't have to fucking wear a face like that. And how much money was he paying women for sex? Because I bet you he's not an on top person. This guy's all on the bottom. If he's going missionary style, he's going to be huffing and puffing, just trying to hold his fucking head up. No, I'll tell you what, that's a good call there. Because like, if you're trying to look up information on these people and you can't find them because their channels are down, their socials are down, you know what? That's great. Awesome. Take them right out of the public eye, because as soon as the public eye gets on people like this, who still have access to their social media and all those platforms, what does that do? Probably increases traffic right to them. You know what? They're not worthy of your time. I wouldn't piss on their channels to put out a fire.
But wait, there's more.
Oh, there's always more.
Dark secrets of filter-loving couple who lived in an enormous 1.2 million Minnesota mansion. Include a luxury mansion in Minnesota. You're going to get to see that property. Orchestrated schemes. Elizabeth Brown, Gabriel Luther. So she's 42 and he's 39.
Well, that goes to show what plastic surgery will get you.
9,000 square foot home in Eden Prairie with high end. Yeah, we're going to get to that. Okay. That is the house. Now, let me see if I can.
Looks like a friggin' hotel. What is that? What was that? Is that some tantric yoga shit going on down there?
Possibly. That's the house they were living in. This is the mansion. Right?
I mean, it's a nice looking place, but oh yeah, that was some kinky shit going on.
This is him and the wives. This is him and his wives. So these are the wives. Like I said, the trafficking case was dropped because all the girls, it was all consensual, and they all wanted to be there, and they all wanted to live the easy life, and they all wanted to be a part of this. Every single woman in here was working with the wife at the clinic as either a nurse or whatever. Every single woman was a part of this.
How many were actually qualified to hold, the title of RN or anything like that? I mean, shit.
Yeah, get the tour. Living room, dining room, harem room, red room, shower room.
Yeah. Yeah. Is that the guest house? No, that's the shower. The shower takes up the entire house. The shower. Because I want to watch you all. Like, oh my God, it's ridiculous.
So this is him in his Maserati. Okay, this is him in his Maserati.
What a goof. I hope that's been in pound.
This car that he's in is a 500. This is a $500,000 fucking car.
Mm-hmm.
$500,000. How? Screwing over medical insurance.
Yep.
And doctors wonder why people hate and distrust the medical system. Mm-hmm. You want to talk about what the government's doing for illegals. You want to talk about what Trump's doing. You want to talk about what the Democrats are doing. You want to talk about any of that bullshit. But don't talk about this, because we don't want people to know how easy it is to fuck over insurance companies.
Mm-hmm.
We don't want people to know that. Why? Because only the select few do this and get away with it. The ones that just add in, like 9 or 10 people, they pay your copay for you, and then you run back and you're like, I don't remember going to the doctor twice in July or some shit, but you're like, you don't even think about it. When do you ever think about it? The only one that really knows anything is your insurance company. So if you're getting double billed and they're paying your copay, that's a free visit. Nobody's checking on that. How many times do you claim someone came by in your clinic? Oh, well, you go to the doctor. Let's say you go to the doctor once a month. Let's say you've got, shit like me. Like right now, I want to see something. Okay. Yeah. It's like all my stats and shit are being kept track of on this little dopey monitor I got on my arm. I am now a cyborg. I've got cybernetic implants in my arm.
All right.
That track all my vitals and shit. And imagine if instead of having me coming in once a month, they're billing the insurance saying I'm coming in every week.
Mm-hmm.
The insurance doesn't contact me. Nobody contacts me. Why? Because they look at it and they go, oh, well, he's going in every week. What is he going in for? Oh, well, he's a diabetic and he's got kidney issues. And they're like, oh, well, obviously they're doing something. And they just never come back to it. And they've already blown past it. So they don't care. They're looking at, once every week. So they're getting paid 4 times what they would for me just going in once a month. Just keep it simple and don't rock the fucking boat. 450 hours for one, or 450 patients a day for one person. Get the fuck out of here.
Yeah.
And that was the insurance protocol. Now imagine government insurance. All this shit has to go through the government, right? So you've got Medicaid, Medicare, all this shit that they're just give us money. And then they hop them. They hop the funds through different companies and pay themselves. And that is what they are doing. How can they do this and make it look legit? They are paying themselves from the money that they're getting. So they're saying, okay, my paycheck this month is going to be $50,000 for the month because I did this, and this. I'm paying myself out of my own business. Or all that money may be going into a dummy corporation and they're getting filtered back through their own personal banking, which is dumb, very dumb, which is exactly what they did. They paid themselves through their own bullshit. And it's like, no, absolutely. There's another one. Yeah, there's another one. Jeez. Oh my God, y'all.
I swear to God, like what is in that chin strap of a beard? Like that looks like fucking shoe polish on his face.
It looks like plastic. Well, they're all influencers. They're all influenced up.
And you see, this is why I'm proud to say I don't like when Loki asked me, like, hey, did you read any of this? I said, yeah, I read a little bit. I have no goddamn idea who these people are. And it's people like this who make me glad and goddamn it, a little bit proud to say I don't follow any of that shit out there. Because like I said, I'm sure there are good ones out there. There are. I know it. But when I catch wind when I catch wind of people like this and, all this blowhard bullshit that they're doing to, better themselves, why effing every single one of you over out there in your healthcare systems and exploiting things because they know just how to do it. These are the influencers of our generation. I don't fucking think so.
They look like their faces are plastic. Well, she's Gen X. That's mind blowing for me. He's a millennium. So that's not out of the realm of dumbassery right there.
My God. I mean,
the fact that she's practically Gen X, I'm like, fuck.
Like she's roughly my age. Like that's
so he's got multiple girlfriends living at the house. Authorities said each girlfriend had their living expenses and necessities paid for by the couple. So they were paying for everything for multiple women to live there and bang him. By 2021, insurers began to push back, denying large portions of their claims over coding issues. Despite this, Brown and Luther's allegedly fraudulent billing practices persisted through 2020 and 2021. The warnings escalated in 2022 when the Center for Medicare and Medicaid Services suspended GVM for Medicare, citing bills that they said misrepresented the company's services. That same year, an outside auditor said they discovered more than 90% of the GVM's billing codes were improper, branding the company a compliance nightmare. They weren't even doing the claims right.
I wonder why they were a compliance nightmare.
They weren't even doing the claims right. So not only are you putting in fraudulent claims that you're seeing patients, but you're not even filling out the paperwork correctly. Unless these people paint tiny plastic soldiers or some D&D influencer, I have no idea who they are.
Me and you, Ironcaster, like I have no idea at all. I don't know.
Oh, well, I didn't even know about this till like 2 or 3 days ago.
Jesus.
Warnings. Okay. So that same year, okay, we got the auditors. Still the couple pressed on and are accused of shuffling millions of ill-gotten gains between bank accounts to fund their Great Gatsby lifestyle and other exorbitant living expenses in their costly estate. According to go ahead.
I wonder, with so much bank coming in, the fact that it's all medical related, I wonder if they could write off so many things on tax deductions and get refunds on tax payments that they're not even making.
Oh no, because see, the feds aren't the only one that's suing them. This is the beautiful part, okay? The reason why they got caught is because the bitch that lived across the street was like the Queen Karen of the HOA, the Homeowners Association, right?
Oh my God.
And they were fucking having parties every single night with like 200 women that would come to these parties, right? So they're shuffling in like 200 people into this fucking mansion, having these huge party. And the queen of the fucking Karens is not only recording them, but she's recording the fucking social media stuff. They're like, oh, look at us. Look at this party in the back in the pool. Look at this party in the shower grotto downstairs, right?
Shit.
She's recording all of that and suing them. The HOA is suing them because of the shit that they were doing. And that's what fucking blew this up.
And this was all during the COVID time.
Yeah.
Right?
So you can imagine you got a Queen Karen.
You've got all these people coming into a contained household, just people pouring in off the street. I mean, maybe this is a difference between me and the maniacs like this out there, because even if I had a palace like that, I would not be throwing lavish parties for 200 fucking people. Even if I was having a family gathering of at most, say, 20 to 25 people. My family's not even that big. I would say, all right, guys, just don't piss the neighbors off. If you're going to make noise, just bring it inside and, we'll just have a good time. But holy shit.
Oh, yeah.
It's unreal.
Oh,
yeah. It's unreal. This
is like a corporate, and this neighborhood is like a corporate fucking retirement community.
Yeah. Like that's just ridiculous. But I mean, if you're raised to just not give a shit and you've never done an honest day's work in your life, I can't really say I'm surprised about how these people are going to act. And the bitch is 40. He's almost 40. You would think they would know a little bit better than that, or have a modicum of skill when it comes to social etiquette and morals and ethics. But no, apparently not. We're still asking too much from people like this.
Do not flaunt it. Right there.
Yep.
It's that simple.
That's your biggest mistake. Like when she got outed for that trip that she put on Google Drive or something. Like, I'm sorry, if I've got receipts and business transactions containing personal information, I would not be uploading them to fucking Google Drive, ladies and gentlemen. Like,
or owning a Hummer, a Mercedes. We heard about that earlier, right? The Mercedes that cost them like fucking. They put an $80,000 down payment on it, and we're paying $8,000 monthly payments. A Maserati, and that Maserati he had was a $500,000 car, all funded by their illicit gains, according to the documents. Some people work 10 fucking years of their life to make $500,000.
Yeah, without
10
spending
fucking years. Right. The couple also hosted wild movie-like parties at their home, much to the frustration of their neighbors. One party, there were at least 200 people. Donkins Goad, who lives. This is the Karen Donker, the Donker, the Donk.
Karen Donker's going bonkers.
This is the Karen head bitch of the HOA, Donkers Goad. Living across the street. Now you can only imagine it's like the fucking Cardinal Karen. Cardinal Karen. Did anybody see Cardinal Karen? This is like Cardinal Karen on steroids. This bitch was pissed.
I can't get over the local news station, Care 11 News. You might as well just call it Karen News. It's the same damn thing. A Karen called Care 11 News to report some Karen-esque activities from her goddamn 200 noisy neighbors. Holy shit. The sheer irony of it all. We bitch and moan about Karens all over the world, but I guess just this one time they came in handy.
However, their on the hog lifestyle began crashing, mounting fraud accusations ground GBM's business to a halt. There's always that ad.
They must be paying a lot of money.
They must be paying a lot of money.
Unless they were the only sponsor they got for this particular point.
I got in the cold January morning of 2023, heavily armed officers descended on the mansion to execute a search warrant tied to a federal investigation led by the U.S. Postal Inspection Service. According to Eden Prairie local news, GBM ceased doing business, and Luther Brown and his alleged 3 other wives fled Minnesota. We're going to Minnesota. We're leaving Minnesota. However, the police investigation ultimately led to the pair being indicted for wire fraud conspiracy, according to court docs. A breakdown of their spending put together by federal authorities revealed that Luther allegedly spent $99,000 at Minneapolis strip clubs, $32,000 at Minneapolis restaurants, and $5,000 sent to several women on Tinder, all in 1 month.
I hate that too, because I mean, all he's doing is just enabling the people like the dumb bitches who are getting this money to just keep on going for it. Like, I'm a girl, I look half decent, and I have a nice rack. Give me money. And some dumb fuck's gonna do it.
Look at my Rolex. Yeah.
Look at my Rolex. Oh yes, I'm sorry, I can't see anything past that painted on chin strap and your big fucking face. And whatever the hell that Brillo pad of a hair is.
Why is it every time I see this motherfucker, I'm like, player, mind on my money and my money on my mind.
Here's the other thing, because this is why I have so much of a problem with people just being so fake on the internet. Because this is going to sound like a racial thing, but it's not. This is just a straight up fact. Why is every other picture I'm seeing he's either black or he's white?
Dude, and he was going through his Colin Kaepernick phase.
I was saying he's going through his Lenny Kravitz phase. Like, are you bitches gonna go my way?
Don't tell me that's not a weave. Holy shit.
I can't believe it.
My God.
It's unbelievable. Luther and Brown are each charged with 6 counts of, and we're not reading that article anymore.
6 counts of wire fraud and 1 count of money laundering, according to U.S. District Attorney's Office. They were money laundering. They made their initial appearances in U.S. District Court in the District of Nevada earlier this week and were released on bond. But wait! There's more. There's always more.
Hi, right. Billy Mays here to tell you there's more about all this shit. Polyamorous fraud suspect interrupts Minnesota judge for 30 minutes straight in wild virtual court hearing.
So he interrupted the judge. He's interrupting the fucking judge for 30 minutes. This motherfucker that's on trial for fraud, federal fraud, is interrupting the judge for 30 minutes straight. So much that his own fucking lawyer is like, Your Honor, if it pleases the court, I'm out, big guy. I'm done. I'm finished. I cannot continue. And the judge is like, I completely understand. What would you like to do? You know, and he goes, I prefer to represent myself. And the judge is like, oh, fuck me. Are you sure you want to represent? I'm sure I'm going to represent myself. I know things. I got the intelligence, right? And I'm just like, oh, dude, you've gone from letting your woman put makeup so that you look like a fucking black Ken doll to I'm going to represent myself in court. Do you understand how fucking dumb you are? Now, I understand there's been some, you know, cases. Take fucking Rakita Law. Motherfucker, you know, he's a lawyer and he represented himself and he's not behind bars right now and he did some shit. He did some shit, and he's not behind bars right now. So never underestimate someone that is going to defend themselves with vigor. However, I do not believe that in this case, these are the same fucking circumstances, and this is not going to end well.
My question with this, if I could be serious for a minute, looking at you, Lance Storm, if I could be serious for a minute, I would be a better public speaker. Now correct me if I'm wrong, but is like when we say he's interrupting the judge for 30 straight minutes, or is he like talking back to him? Is he not letting the judge finish his sentences?
All the above.
Now correct me if I'm wrong, but in a traditional courtroom, I'm sure the judge has full authority to tell this guy to shut the fuck up. And if he disagrees or continues to argue in the court of law, he is perfectly able to get carried away on detainment. I mean, can they not just kick him out of the courtroom for arguing with the judge, for interrupting the judge, interrupting court proceedings?
It was a virtual court hearing. So I guess there wasn't a bailiff there to silence him. If he was in court, that's what I would expect. They'd gag and bag him. And yes, that is what they call it. Gag and bag this bitch.
I forgot this was this during COVID time as well?
I would assume so. Yes.
Cause that might explain
2023.
No, I think
no. This is now.
Yeah.
This is June 12, 2025.
So what, this guy's got all this money and he can't afford to like fly down to a courtroom to appear in person or something?
Apparently this is how they do it now.
This whole thing just reeks of awkwardness to me. Really.
Dean said Rakita had a lawyer. I thought he represented himself. And that's one of the rare cases where you're like, maybe this is what's best for him. He knows the law. Yeah, he screwed up, but if he can get his shit together, then he could totally do it. Like, this is not that.
I don't know. Yeah, like I don't know how different state laws, all work like that, but I mean, especially when it comes to new state laws on virtual court proceedings or anything like that. But I'm guessing the judge was put in a pretty much no-win scenario, where he wasn't, like, even if he wanted to, even if he really, really wanted to, if this guy's not shutting the fuck up and letting the judge get his point across, I'm sure the judge was probably just not able to, hit the X and, just end the session right there. He probably had to maybe sit through the whole thing so he could try to go through the whole process. But I mean, if I got this douchebag who just won't shut the fuck up, I don't know. I would give the judge a right to execute the virtual session and pick it up again when this jabroni starts to know his role and act like a goddamn human being and an adult. But again, I'm probably asking too much.
A magistrate judge from Duluth, Minnesota, Leo Brisboy, may have just gone through the most unexpected, colorful status conference of his career Wednesday afternoon when he called the case of the U.S. government versus Gabriel Luther. $15 million. They were aided by several other living girlfriends. The judge scheduled a status conference, which is usually pretty dry for a court hearing, after receiving word that Luther was refusing to meet with his court-appointed attorney. Do you know why he's meeting with a court-appointed attorney? Because they say they don't have any money. They say they're broke. They say that the money doesn't exist. They spend it all. Do I believe it? Yeah, I kind of fucking do. For the past 5 years, these people have been bringing in fraudulent Medicare payments, fraudulent Medicare, fraudulent insurance claims, and just blowing it as soon as they get it. That's fucking crazy.
I could kind of see that too, because I mean, if you think you've basically found yourself a bottomless pit of infinite wealth, a constant steady income, then it's like, oh, well, what about our mansion payment? We owe $150,000 next month. Don't worry. We'll be bringing in another 4 million over the next 27 days. It'll be fine. So yeah, I could totally see it. But I mean, holy shit, being the collectors we are, if I was bringing in that much bank, I would hoard as much of that shit as humanly possible.
And Dean, I'm glad he did. I am. A lot of love for Rakita. I couldn't believe it when all that shit went down. It was crazy. And I'm glad he's got his shit together. Soon after calling the virtual hearing to order, the Judge Brisbois in Duluth and Luther in Las Vegas, the defendant began interrupting and talking over the judge. I will not be waiving my right to a speedy trial, Luther stated. I want to resolve this now. The government has not proven its case. My liberty and my livelihood are being held hostage.
Shut the fuck up.
Judge Brisbois attempted to explain that he had designated the case complex, which pauses the clock under the Speedy Trial Act that normally calls for trial within 70 days if the defendant wants it. A complex case designation gives the prosecution more time to prepare for trial. I object to that, Luther said multiple times, stopping Judge Brisbois virtually anytime he started talking. We're not going to belabor this anymore, the judge said. You're starting to tread very closely to disrespect of the court. Luther then began disputing whether he agreed to court-appointed counsel at his initial court appearance, even disputing which hearing was his initial appearance. You're trying the court's patience. Dude, I would not be this patient. I'd be like, bailiff, find this motherfucker and gag him and bag him.
Like I said, if this guy's not going to shut the hell up, reschedule this date, because I can't deal with a guy who's just constantly going to talk over me. Like, that's ridiculous.
Trying to pin down Luther on whether he wanted a court-appointed attorney, a private attorney, or whether he wished to represent himself. To the surprise of everyone in the hearing, Luther declared, I don't wish for anything, but I will be defending myself. Stunned. Stunned. Yes. Stunned. Wow. Judge Brisbois began reading Luther the standard warnings about the dangers and disadvantages of self-representation. Then Luther interrupted him again. Let me correct myself. I'm not waiving my right to counsel. I want to use a public defender, Luther said.
See, holy shit.
At that point, Luther specified that he wanted a different public defender than the one assigned to him, Ryan Gary, because he doesn't agree with my defense strategy.
I want
He's the meme. I'm going to represent myself. This motherfucker don't represent me or my defense strategy. He's the meme.
If you cannot afford an attorney, we will provide you with the dumbest motherfucker on the planet. I want him to get stuck with the My Cousin Vinny public defender, where he just comes up and goes, ladies and gentlemen of the jury, we are going to prove that. Oh my God. I mean, I want to defend myself. No, wait. I want my public defender. Jesus Christ, kid.
No, like, wait. It gets better. Judge Brisbois tried telling Luther that he doesn't get to pick which public defender represents him, but Luther wasn't having it. I have a right to reject any attorney I want. I'm reading the law right now on my phone.
Oh God, probably on Wikipedia.
This right here is fucking brilliant. This is motherfucking diabolical. This is not a request. This is a demand, Your Honor.
Excuse me.
Oh, shit.
You do not make demands in the court of law. I don't care. I don't even care which state court you are taking part in. You do not make demands of the court when you are having a session like that. That is just ridiculous. I mean, when the judge said he was stunned, I'm willing to bet by that he meant trying not to giggle his fucking ass off.
Dude, I want to tell you something. You don't demand anything from a judge. You don't demand a fucking thing. You ask politely. You do not demand. Why? Because this man is holding the future of your shit in your hand. Okay? This is the motherfucker that's going to decide what happens to you for the rest of your life. Not the other way around. You do not make demands.
Your Honor, please. This is not an ask. This is not an ask. This is a demand. Y'all don't know me. Y'all ruining my livelihood, biatch.
Your tone and attitude.
I want a new public defender. No, I'm going to represent myself.
Your tone and attitude to the court is getting close to crossing the line. Oh, dude, no.
I'd have booted him before that.
26 minutes into the hearing, in which Luther rarely let the judge finish without interruption. Gary, who was also present on the virtual hearing and had attempted to meet with Luther in a breakout room, asked for permission to speak. I don't think there is any possible way I can continue representing Mr. Luther. This is the public defender going, Your Honor, I don't need the check that bad. I really don't. Gary said, because that's what happens, okay? When you're a public defender, if you don't know how this works, this is brilliant. You go in and basically the court pays you for work. So if let's say that the court decides, okay, you're going to spend this many hours in court, you're going to get paid $25 an hour. That's your paycheck for representing that client. Why? Because the government is paying you. It's court. He's a court-appointed attorney. The city, whatever, they are paying the bill. Okay, so it's not like those lawyers make a lot of money. This guy is like, honestly, boss, I'm out. Now, there's nothing I can do. And the judge acquiesced. That means he was like, no problem, man.
I get it. He's like, you know what? We'll front you like an extra $20 or whatever, and we'll give you some Subway coupons so you can eat healthy this week. If you want to take a pay cut like that, yeah, sure.
Before the hearing concluded, Luther asked the judge for permission to address the court uninterrupted. I would like to make my argument for constitutional dismissal of the case. And here's why, Luther began, before Judge Brisbois finally cut him off and ended the status conference. That means he just fucking turned off Zoom and was like,
so they have a right to just turn it off and say, I'm done with this, reschedule this because I can't deal with this fucking airhead. All right.
Oh, no, he just dismissed the court because he has to do it. He has to follow the same rules he would in court, except it's a virtual conference. So whatever, never interrupt the judge. This guy is not going to get any amount of leniency whatsoever.
So this guy basically went on a tirade for half an hour, interrupting the judge. And then when that was all said and done, then he said, I want to make my opening statement. Really? I'm sorry. By then, dude, I'm already checked out. You can play a nice fresh game of hide and go fuck yourself.
And this was last updated in June. So there hasn't been anything happen since this. So I don't know. I don't have an update. If I find out, we will update this in the future and we'll let you guys know. But this is the craziest shit. And the entitlement, there's absolutely no doubt that these two are social influencers because the amount of fucking entitlement I've seen, I've never seen this shit anywhere else. Whether it's OnlyFans, whether it's fucking TikTok, X, YouTube, whatever. There's always those weird ones that are like, my asshole doesn't stink. I'm at another level. I'm better than everybody else. My way is the only way. And you're like, Jesus, what is wrong with some of these people? And it takes a long time for certain people to see it. But once you see it, you can't unsee it. Once you realize, hey, the only reason why this motherfucker is like, hi, how are you doing? Is because he wants my shit. Mm-hmm. That's it.
What's really surprising to me, which it's, I think it's kind of funny, not funny, but what's really surprising to me is like this whole thing. The only thing, I mean, it's just the lump sum of $15 million. I mean,
thank you, David Glenn.
Surely they've ripped off more than that, but hey, maybe,
I'm sure they have.
Maybe this is just the catalyst because as soon as those wounds start opening, maybe they'll just dig up more and more and they'll be able to just claim more against these sons of bitches. Who knows?
Well, I mean, if that was in June, then that means the case is starting. They've already got all the information they need.
I mean, it's been several months. So I'm sure in addition to everything that was going on then, there's a cross-examination going on throughout the whole thing.
The trafficking thing is gone because the wives have all said that it was consensual, that they were never forced to do anything, yada, 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 yada. So they couldn't get him on sex trafficking, but they sure as shit got him on fraud.
Mm-hmm.
So,
well, that's the biggest thing anyway. Cause I mean, you're not just literally and figuratively screwing over several different women. You're screwing over millions of people that were putting faith in a so-called healthcare system, which was virtually non-existent.
Yana, the bear's got to eat. The defense rest.
The defense rests. Here I am, lying and laughing. That's right. I'm going the Jackie Chan kind of way. I'm going to tell you, Oonce is getting it in. Yeah, bitch, I'm going to represent myself.
You know what that reminds me of? Hold on.
I don't know.
We really need
we really need better influencers in the world. That's what we need.
You know what reminds me of? It reminds me of the Soul Glow commercials.
Oh, jeez.
Make your soul glow.
Is that it? Okay, so look at this with me. Good God, man, she's got some big ass 2 front teeth. What's up, bitch? Is that a crease in the paper or some Photoshop mistake, or did she put an artificial shine on her teeth?
I don't know. I don't know if she was in her 30s. I imagine she had to be in her 30s when all of this started, because she's in her 40s now. Yeah. So, I mean, and she looks damn good for being 40, but how much of that is all makeup and fake
and Photoshop and shit? Because like I said earlier, I mean, like in some photos, he looks black. In here, he looks like he's, I don't even know, just balloon faced fucking shoe.
You know what he looks like? He looks like an Xbox 360, PS3 wrestler from back in the day. You know what the wrestlers look like in that gen?
He looks like some SmackDown versus Raw 2007 bullshit.
Yes. Because I mean, it looks pretty damn good now. I mean, they've made him look like, I mean, Hogan comes out and looks like Hogan, does all the shit. You're like, damn, that looks really good now. But it didn't back in the PS3 360 era. They were in that weird middle ground of being between photorealistic and polygon.
He looks like a version of a wrestler they tried to get like from the 70s, but they weren't able to because he had passed away. So they had to go off reference photos and they had to use their dated technology to kind of build his features because they couldn't do a full facial scan. Yeah, I can see that. His face is so big. Goddamn, Rikishi would be walking into the ring going, goddamn, that's a huge bitch. Holy shit. Back that ass up.
Project Cameron says he looks like a gay version of Angry Joe.
There's only one gay version of Angry Joe, and that's the real Angry Joe. Oh, did I say that?
Oh, shit. The receipts just dropped.
Oh, I got, bitch, Your Honor, I got receipts because I represent myself. Oh my God.
All right, guys, we've gone almost 15 minutes over. We're going to get out of here. I hope you guys have a good Monday. Yes.
We do have a little announcement. Next week for members and people that are here in chat. I know we mentioned this, a month or so ago.
One more for the good guy.
One more for the good guys. We are going to do another members and chatters giveaway. So this is the one where if you win, I don't know if Loki's going to do his spin the wheel thing. That's kind of cool. It keeps it even. To the winner will go a Steam game of your choice. Your choice. So if you say, hey, Zero, I want the friggin' $100 version of Oblivion or some shit like that, we'll do it. If you do not play games, we will give you a t-shirt, a hoodie, merch, whatever we got on Loki's shop. We will give you one of those instead. So that will be next week. So tune in. And all you got to do is just be here, hang out with us like you always do.
Yep.
It's just Zero's way of giving back. I know we've gone over. So
for his birthday.
You weren't supposed to say that. I represent myself, Yana. All right. Anyway, so tune in next week like you always do. We're going to hang out, have a good time, and Zero's going to give a little something back to you.
All right, guys. We're going to get out of here. We'll also be giving away a t-shirt. Bro, whoever wins will get either a shirt or a game, and we'll pick another person, and whoever wins can win a shirt from me. We'll give away a shirt.
You get
So,
a car, and
you
you
get
get
a
a car, and
and
you
you
get
get
a
a
fake wife.
$1 million
And you
mansion
get
and a plastic wife. And
a
God, why does he
plastic
look like a
face.
fucking gay black Ken?
Oh my God, that's brutal.
You lose. That's what it makes me think of every time I say Ken. You lose.
Oh my God. Yeah.
All right, we're getting out of here, guys. Take care. Be excellent to each other. Always speak friend to enter. Have a great one. Have a great Monday. Have a great week. Rest of the week if we don't see you. But we'll be back for some YouTube talk on Wednesday. We'll be on Pops's tomorrow talking about movies. And hopefully we'll see you there. Everybody have a great one. Take it easy.
This program has been brought to you by China. Yes, China. Your friendly communist neighbors. We own all of your shit now, including your government.
These videos are tremendous. Like, comment, and subscribe, and hammer that notification bell.